Hey there, Bill Miles here, photographer, director, and creator of Visual Media Mastery. If you're an online entrepreneur, this is your place to learn more tips and skills to level up your video, livecast, and photography for higher engagement and conversions. In today's video, I want to talk to you about how to create a better shoot experience on the day of your shoot. And this applies to whether it being a video shoot, a live cast, or a photography shoot. It's all the same principles. And it also applies whether it's a small piece of content or a long piece of content that you're producing. The more you can create a nurturing and supportive environment, the better you're going to be showing up. The first one is eliminate distractions. Maybe this seems obvious, but when you have a shoot planned, I want you to make sure there's nothing else in your calendar. If you're planning on shooting for the day, make sure there's nothing else going on that day. If you're planning on shooting for an hour, I'd make sure there's nothing going on for an hour either side of it. For one thing, shoots can often take longer than you think, right? So you want to give yourself that margin. But I also don't want you to be mentally distracted. I want you to be so focused on your shoot and the message that you're delivering that nothing else matters. Obviously, if you have phones, they should be silenced. Dogs, they've got to be someplace else. Kids, make sure they're in a quiet place, or maybe they're off at a friend's house. This is your time, and you don't need unwanted distractions like that. Also think about turning off air conditioners or refrigerators or other noises that may be coming up that you may not think about on a daily basis, but you will think about it when you start editing your video. All right, the second point is bring in support to help you. This is somebody who knows you, ideally, somebody who can support you during your shoot. Even if you are shooting a small piece, the same thing applies. If they can be present and make sure that your energy is up, that your shirt looks good, that your distractions are free, that the door is answered, somebody who can kind of prop you up emotionally and tend to your needs around you, it's going to go a long way towards your comfort. I want you to feel special and insulated and indulged when it comes to shooting. The other reason it's good to have another pair of eyes and ears is that if maybe you need to retake a passage or your delivery isn't perfect, they can call you out on it. They can say, hey, you didn't quite get this point right, or hey, your energy kind of died, or hey, something happened in the background, because it's much better to retake now than to realize this in the editing floor and have to go reshoot something later. Always bring in support if you can do it. Another valuable task for the support person is to go through your shot list, right? As you're covering your talking points, you can have this person check off the list to make sure that everything you intended to cover with this piece of content is in fact being covered. And a final note about having somebody to help you is they can also help with the tech. They can position lights, they can adjust the camera, they can do sound checks for you. They can make sure that all the tech is in place, or if there's a problem, they can help you work through a solution. Trust me, I've had a lot of experience where things come up that you didn't imagine, or something happens in the background you haven't seen, or a piece of tech flips out. And having someone on your side who can help you through that will make everything much smoother. Point number 3, feel your best. This may seem obvious, but it's amazing how many entrepreneurs, when they're going to do a shoot, that they don't give thought to this. To feel your best, you want to make sure you've gotten a good night's sleep before. You want to make sure that you're properly rested, that you're hydrated. Drink water during the course of the shoot. It'll help your skin glow. It'll keep your energy up. Make sure you're eating good, clean food. Food that energizes you and doesn't bring you down. And I also want to encourage you to take time to meditate, to get quiet, to be very intentional about the shoot. Make sure you're intentional about the goals that you want for the shoot, what you want to communicate, and have empathy and compassion for your viewer. When your viewer knows that you care about them, that you're there to teach them and serve them, they will really connect with you. And that's when you get higher engagement and higher conversions. And that is authentic. That is your brand. That's what you want to be doing. So just to recap, eliminate distractions on your shoot day. Bring in support to help you, and make sure you're doing whatever self-care you can to feel your best and show up fully for the shoot. I've photographed thousands of people in my career, and I can vouch for the value of these little things, the difference that these little steps can make. All right, hope that serves you. We'll see you in the next video. Thank you.